stop what you're doing because the set of Love and Hip Hop. Atlanta just witnessed one of the wildest confrontations in franchise history. Tamar Braxton and Rasheeda, two women who were never supposed to even be in the same drama, nearly came to blows after shocking rumors linking Tamar to none other than Mendeecees erupted backstage. Cameras caught every second as Tamar, fiery and unapologetic, demanded Rasheeda stop spreading whispers about her name. But Rasheeda wasn't backing down. She clapped back, saying Tamar's innocent act was fooling nobody. Voices escalated, fingers pointed, and before anyone knew it, security had to rush in as both women lunged forward, screaming over each other while producers scrambled to pull them apart. Fans who saw the footage say it's the most chaotic near-fight since Joseline's reunion brawl. But the real question is, who's telling the truth about Mendeecees? The stage was already set for chaos long before Tamar and Rasheeda nearly came to blows. To understand why this confrontation shook the entire Love and Hip Hop Atlanta universe, you have to rewind and look at how all the pieces started moving into place. Tamar Braxton, a powerhouse singer with a voice that can silence a room, isn't a regular on the Atlanta cast. She was brought in as a guest star, but the second her name got linked to Mendeecees Harris, all hell broke loose. For years, Rasheeda and Mendeecees have had a complicated friendship, marked by whispers, alliances, and messy loyalty games within the franchise. Rasheeda, already under strain from Kirk's never-ending scandals, has always been quick to shut down anyone who tries to come for her credibility. So when Tamar's name got caught up in rumors about Mendeecees allegedly creeping outside of his marriage with Yandi, Rasheeda saw it as both a threat and an insult. She wasn't about to let Tamar, someone she saw as an outsider, rewrite the narrative. The rumors themselves came from what fans called receipt season, alleged screenshots. Cryptic dimes and late-night photos surfaced online, hinting that Mendeecees had been seen too close for comfort with Tamar backstage at a private industry event. Tamar denied everything, but in the world of Love and Hip Hop, denial rarely kills a story. It just fuels it. Blogs went wild, fans dissected blurry pictures, and the whispers grew until it became the only topic worth talking about. By the time filming started for the latest season, tensions were already boiling. Producers leaned into the drama, teasing Tamar's guest appearance as a special crossover moment. What they didn't expect, or maybe what they secretly wanted, was the explosive chemistry between Tamar and Rasheeda. From the moment they sat in the same room, you could feel the energy shift. Rasheeda's tone was sharp, Tamar's body language defensive, and the rest of the cast looked like they were waiting for sparks to fly. The background is even messier when you factor in Yandi. She's been fighting to protect her marriage with Mendeecees for years, surviving cheating rumors, long-distance drama, and messy cast interventions. For Tamar's name to suddenly pop up in connection with her husband, that wasn't just shade, that was a full-on storm cloud hovering over the franchise. Rasheeda, ever loyal to Yandi, wasn't about to sit back and let the rumors swirl without calling Tamar out directly. But here's the kicker. Tamar has always been outspoken. She doesn't play the quiet role, and she doesn't let anyone push her into a corner. So when Rasheeda made a sly comment about certain women trying to play innocent when they know exactly what they're doing, Tamar immediately snapped back, demanding Rasheeda say her name. The back and forth escalated, cameras caught it all. And suddenly, what was supposed to be a shady exchange turned into a near fight that nearly brought filming to a halt. This isn't just another reality TV feud. This was two powerful women, both used to being center stage, colliding over one of the most controversial men in Love and Hip Hop history. And the scary part, this was only the beginning. Because if the intro was this messy, the twists coming next were about to turn this drama into one of the wildest storylines VH1 has ever aired. When the cameras rolled on the day everything went left, nobody thought they'd be capturing one of the most chaotic clashes in Love and Hip Hop Atlanta history. Tamar Braxton, in full diva mode, walked onto the set confident, radiant, and ready to defend herself against the whispers swirling through the industry. She had already denied the affair rumors in interviews, But what she didn't know was that Rasheeda had been waiting to confront her face to face. The energy in the room was tense from the start. Rasheeda, sitting with crossed arms, side-eyed Tamar the second she walked in. The rest of the cast could feel the storm brewing. Carly Red smirked knowingly from the corner. Sierra exchanged nervous glances. And even Kirk shifted uncomfortably, as if he could sense that this was about to become another messy scandal that would overshadow everything else. It started with a question, casual, but laced with venom. Rasheeda leaned forward and asked, "So, Tamar, are you finally going to clear the air about these Mendeecees rumors, or are you still playing the victim card?" The room froze. Tamar's jaw dropped, her eyes narrowed, and the sass that made her a legend on stage erupted right then and there. "Excuse me?" Tamar snapped, her voice rising. "First of all, don't you ever try to paint me as a victim. Second, don't put your husband's messy ways and Mendeecees' name in my mouth. I don't need your storyline, Rasheeda. I got my own." Boom! Just like that, the spark ignited the fire. Rasheeda didn't back down. She clapped her hands, leaned across the table, and shot back, "Girl, please. Everybody knows Mendeecees don't just hang around women for no reason. You out here playing innocent, but your actions ain't matching your words. You've been in places you shouldn't have been, sis." At that point, Tamar stood up. Her chair screeched across the floor. The producers waved their hands for calm, but it was too late. Tamar pointed directly at Rasheeda and shouted, "Say it with your chest. You accusing me of messing with Yandy's man? You better come with proof, because I don't play about my name." The cast gasped. Even Yandy, who had been silent until now, buried her face in her hands. The tension was so thick, you could feel it through the screen. Kirk mumbled under his breath, "Here we go again." But this wasn't Kirk's scandal for once. It was Mendeecees. And Tamar wasn't letting anyone drag her into his shadow. Then came the first twist. Out of nowhere, Carly Red, the self-proclaimed queen of messy receipts, pulled out her phone and waved it in the air. "Don't act brand new," she teased. "'Cause I got screenshots that say otherwise." The entire cast erupted. Tamar lunged forward, trying to snatch the phone out of Carly's hand. But Rasheeda stood up at the same time, stepping between them. That's when it happened. Tamar and Rasheeda got chest to chest, yelling so loudly producers had to cut audio. Security rushed in as both women tried to push past each other, fingers pointing, voices overlapping. Fans in the studio audience were screaming, some standing on chairs to get a better look. It wasn't just an argument anymore. It was seconds away from becoming a full-on fight. "Don't play with me, Rasheeda," Tamar screamed, her hands trembling with rage. "I'm not one of these little girls you can bully for TV. Baby, you in Atlanta now?" Rasheeda shot back, her voice cracking. "We don't do fake around here. If you got something with Mendeecees, say it. If not, stop acting like the victim." Security held them apart, but the damage was already done. The footage would later leak online, sending fans into a frenzy. But in that moment, everyone in the room realized this was bigger than a simple rumor. Tamar wasn't just defending herself, she was fighting for her reputation. And Rasheeda wasn't just confronting Tamar. She was standing up for Yandy, for loyalty, and maybe even for her own pride as the queen bee of LHHATL. And the twist: those screenshots Carly waved around weren't just casual dimes. Insiders later revealed they allegedly showed Tamar and Mendeecees exchanging late-night texts, with Mendeecees calling Tamar sis and asking to meet away from the cameras, while the messages could be interpreted as innocent. The timing and secrecy made them explosive. The first twist left fans shook. Was Tamar hiding a friendship she didn't want the public to know about? Was Mendeecees sliding into another messy scandal behind Yandy's back? And why did Rasheeda seem so ready to go to war over it? One thing was certain: this wasn't just a spat. It was the opening act of what would become one of the most scandalous feuds in Love and Hip Hop Atlanta history. And with the receipts dangling over Tamar's head, the stage was set for the next shocking reveal that would turn this drama into a five-alarm fire. The near fight between Tamar and Rasheeda should have ended the drama. Security should have pulled them apart. Producers should have cut to commercial, and everybody should have gone home to cool off. But if you know Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, you know the chaos doesn't stop when the cameras do. It only gets worse. And this time, it got worse fast. Carly Red's waving phone became the epicenter of the storm. Those screenshots weren't just blurry texts or vague messages. They allegedly revealed a pattern. Insiders say the leaked receipts showed Mendeecees contacting Tamar multiple times late at night, asking her to meet up or talk away from the noise. Tamar insisted they were just friendly check-ins. But Rasheeda wasn't buying it. In her eyes, the timing was shady, the tone was suggestive, and the secrecy was undeniable. The shocking reveal came when Carly dropped another bomb. According to her, the messages weren't just words. There were photos attached. Screenshots allegedly showed Tamar and Mendeecees at a dimly lit lounge in Atlanta, sitting close, looking way too comfortable. Tamar immediately dismissed it as an innocent industry hangout. But the cast wasn't convinced. Sierra chimed in. "Girl, you know damn well perception is everything. Why are you sneaking around if it's nothing?" The room exploded again. Tamar, shaking with anger, shouted that her privacy was being invaded and that she wasn't going to let the cast rewrite her story. "Don't play with me. I've been in this industry too long to be caught up in your lies," she snapped, her voice trembling. But Rasheeda only doubled down, clapping back with, "You too grown to be sneaking around, sis. Ain't no smoke without fire." That's when producers reportedly cut filming. But the cameras were still rolling behind the scenes, and what leaked later sent fans into overdrive. Tamar allegedly stormed out of the set, yelling about filing lawsuits. While Rasheeda kept repeating, "I said what I said," Mendeecees, caught in the middle, sat silent with his head in his hands. He didn't deny the texts. He didn't deny the lounge photo. His silence was louder than words, and the cast knew it. The escalation didn't stop there. By the next day, blogs like The Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, and Gossip of the City had the leaked screenshots plastered across Instagram. Fans dissected every word, circling emojis, timestamps, and location tags. One message in particular went viral. Mendeecees allegedly texting Tamar at 2:43 a.m. "Pull up, sis. I don't want nobody seeing us." That one line set the internet on fire. Was this just slang? Or was it code for something more? Tamar went live that night to clear her name. Teary-eyed but fiery, she told her fans, "I ain't never messed with Mendeecees. Y'all not gonna drag me into this Atlanta mess. I don't need nobody's husband. Period." But as she spoke, over 60,000 people watched live, flooding the comments with clown emojis, fire emojis, and accusations. One fan wrote, "Girl, that text ain't just friendly. Own up." Another added, "Yandi deserves better. Tamar Atta Pocket." And then came the reveal that flipped the script entirely. An anonymous source claiming to be a VH1 production assistant leaked an audio clip where Mendeecees allegedly admitted to crossing a line in the muffled recording. You hear a voice sounding eerily like Mendeecees say, "It wasn't supposed to go this far. Tamar's cool, but now it looks bad." The internet erupted. If that recording was real, then Tamar's denials were useless. If it was fake, then someone was out to destroy both her and Mendeecees' reputations. Rasheeda seized the moment, posting a cryptic Instagram story with the words, "The truth always comes to light." Fans immediately dragged her for being messy, but others praised her for standing up for Yandi. Either way, the narrative had shifted. Tamar was no longer just defending herself against whispers. She was fighting against receipts, recordings, and an avalanche of public judgment. The escalation reached a boiling point when Yandi finally broke her silence. She posted a black and white selfie with the caption, "Protecting my peace. God don't miss." It was short, but it said everything. Fans flooded her comments with prayers, accusing Mendeecees of betraying her again, and questioning why Tamar would even allow herself to be tied to this mess. By the end of the week, what started as a rumor had become a full-blown scandal. Tamar's reputation was under attack. Rasheeda was standing on business as the unofficial protector of Yandi's marriage, and Mendeecees was drowning in silence. But the wildest part? Insiders hinted that even bigger receipts were still out there. Recordings, photos, and maybe even eyewitness testimonies that could blow this scandal wide open. The shocking reveal wasn't just about texts and photos, it was about a crack in the foundation of the cast itself. Friendships were fractured, alliances were shifting, and the line between truth and storyline had blurred beyond recognition. The only question left was, how much worse could this get before somebody's career or marriage completely imploded? When clips of Tamar and Rasheeda nearly coming to blows hit the blogs, the internet turned into an all-out war zone. Social media had never been this divided over a love and hip-hop clash. Fans weren't just debating, they were choosing sides like it was a heavyweight boxing match. Twitter was on fire within minutes. Hashtags like #team TAMAR, #team RASHEED, and #Mendeecees mess trended overnight. One fan wrote, "Tamar been messy for years. I believe every word Rasheeda said." Another clapped back, "Nah, Rasheeda always playing the loyal wife until she can't take the heat. Tamar don't need Mendeecees. She's way bigger than this show." The back and forth was relentless, with thousands of retweets fueling the flames. Instagram was no calmer. Tamar's live session denying the affair pulled over 60K viewers, with supporters filling the comments with heart emojis and "We love you, Tay-Tay." Meanwhile, Rasheeda's fans flooded her boutique's page with messages of solidarity. "Stand strong, Queen. Protect your sis Yandi." The divide was clear. The internet was split right down the middle. But the industry reactions took it to another level. Celebrities chimed in, each one adding fuel to the fire. K. Michelle, never one to hold her tongue, tweeted, "Chilly. Y'all know these men in ATL can't be trusted. Tamar better run, and Rasheeda better mind Kirk before she worry about Mendeecees." The tweet went viral instantly. Even Spice dropped a shady Instagram story saying, "Sometimes loyalty blind people to the real snakes in the room." Fans speculated she was talking about Rasheeda defending Yandi a little too aggressively. Then came the blogs. The Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, and Gossip of the City ran the near-fight clip nonstop, dissecting every scream, every finger point, and every word caught on mic. TikTok edits flooded the platform, some painting Tamar as the victim of bullying, others portraying Rasheeda as the protective friend Yandi needed. Memes compared Mendeecees to a basketball being passed around while the women fought over him. And those memes alone racked up millions of views. VH1 couldn't escape the storm either. Fans accused producers of setting Tamar up by fueling the rumors and letting Rasheeda ambush her. One viral thread alleged that the network purposely leaked Carly's screenshots to create drama. The backlash got so loud that VH1 had to issue a statement. "We support our cast as they share their stories and perspectives. More context will air in upcoming episodes." But instead of calming fans, the statement only made them angrier. Many saw it as proof the producers were manipulating the storyline. And then came the most shocking celebrity reaction of all, Toni Braxton. Tamar's big sister posted a cryptic message on her Instagram: "Family over everything. Don't let lies destroy you." The post exploded, with fans interpreting it as Toni defending Tamar against the entire cast. It added credibility to Tamar's denial and painted Rasheeda as the aggressor, which only fueled the division online. Even Yandi finally felt the pressure. After days of silence, she posted a photo with no caption, just her wedding ring on display. Fans flooded her comments. "Sis, blink twice if you're done with Mendeecees." The silence spoke volumes. For the first time, it felt like Yandi herself wasn't sure what to believe. By the end of the week, the scandal wasn't just a love and hip-hop storyline. It had become a cultural conversation about loyalty, marriage, friendship, and betrayal in the reality TV world. And with Tamar and Rasheeda both refusing to back down, The tension wasn't cooling, it was rising towards something even bigger. Just when everyone thought the chaos couldn't escalate any further, the scandal took a jaw-dropping turn. The screenshots and lounge photos had already shaken Tamar's reputation. But the next leak was the kind of twist that left even the most seasoned fans speechless. An anonymous blog dropped what it claimed to be a voicemail. Recording from Mendeecees to Tamar. The audio, muffled but clear enough, allegedly captured Mendeecees saying, "I shouldn't have let it get this far. You know, I respect Yandi, but you different, Tamar." The moment it hit the internet, timelines exploded. Tamar's camp immediately called the recording fake. But Rasheeda wasted no time reposting the clip with the caption, "And y'all said I was trippin'. And y'all said I was trippin'." The fallout was instant. Fans swarmed Tamar socials, demanding answers. Even Yandi was said to be in tears behind the scenes, telling friends she felt betrayed on every side. Insiders whispered that filming for the season reunion was delayed because tensions were so high. Producers feared an all-out brawl. But here's the real cliffhanger. Rumors began spreading that VH1 had even more footage they hadn't aired yet. Footage that allegedly shows Tamar and Mendeecees caught in a private conversation away from the main cast during filming. Whether it's innocent or incriminating doesn't even matter. The mere existence of that tape could blow the entire franchise apart. The cast is split. The fans are at war, and Tamar's career stands at a crossroads. If she's innocent, why do the leaks keep piling up? If she's guilty, how far will Rasheeda and maybe even Yandi go to expose her? One thing's certain. The reunion isn't going to be a sit-down talk. It's going to be an explosion waiting to happen. And the truth is about to come crashing out, whether Tamar or Mendeecees are ready for it or not. After the voicemail leak and whispers of unseen VH1 footage, the aftermath hit like a tidal wave. Tamar, who came into Love and Hip Hop Atlanta as a guest star, suddenly found herself at the center of one of the franchise's messiest scandals. Her brand, her reputation, and even her family name were on the line. And the entire cast was waiting to see how she would move next. Behind the scenes, Tamar was reportedly furious with producers. Insiders claim she threatened to quit filming unless the fake receipts were addressed. She argued that the storyline was being spun to humiliate her, and she wasn't about to let decades of hard work in the music industry be reduced to Mendeecees' side chick. But VH1 allegedly played hardball, reminding Tamar that once the cameras are rolling, the footage belongs to them. That power struggle left Tamar cornered, which only added to the fire in her public appearances. Rasheeda, on the other hand, doubled down. She posted a selfie with Yandi, captioned, "Solid women don't fold. Loyalty over lies." Fans flooded the comments, some cheering her on for defending her friend, others dragging her for stirring the pot. But the post made one thing clear. Rasheeda wasn't backing down from Tamar or the backlash. To her, the bigger picture was loyalty to Yandi, even if it meant risking her own reputation. And where was Yandi in all of this? Silent. But her silence screamed louder than any post. Sources close to her claimed she had stopped taking Mendeecees' calls and was staying with family. While deciding her next move, for a woman who had fought for her marriage through prison sentences, custody battles, and endless rumors, this scandal cut deeper than ever before. Fans began speculating. Would Yandi finally leave Mendeecees for good? Or was this just another storm in their rocky history? The real shocker came when whispers spread that the reunion episode was turning into a powder keg. Audience members allegedly leaked that Tamar confronted Rasheeda again on stage, this time with her own receipts. According to reports, Tamar pulled out her phone mid-filming and played a voice memo of Mendeecees calling her sis while thanking her for helping him plan a surprise for Yandi, if true. That could flip the entire narrative, proving Tamar's involvement was innocent, not romantic. But whether fans believe it or not, that's another story. Meanwhile, VH1 producers are said to be sitting on unreleased footage that could destroy either Tamar or Mendeecees, depending on how it's edited. The network knows this storyline has fans hooked like never before. And they're allegedly debating whether to stretch it across multiple episodes to maximize ratings. That means the truth, if there even is one, might not come out for weeks, leaving everyone hanging on the edge of their seats. The cliffhanger is brutal. Tamar is fighting to clear her name. Rasheeda is standing by Yandi. Yandi herself may be preparing for the biggest decision of her life, and Mendeecees. He's silent, but silence might just be the loudest guilt of all. The fans are demanding answers, but until the reunion footage drops, nobody knows whose story will stand and whose empire will fall. One thing's certain: this isn't just a love and hip-hop storyline. It's a cultural earthquake shaking the entire reality TV world, and the aftershocks are only just beginning. And there you have it. What started as whispers about Tamar and Mendeecees has erupted into one of the most explosive love and hip-hop scandals of all time. Tamar is battling for her name. Rasheeda is standing 10 toes down for Yandi. And Mendeecees' silence is only making things look worse. But the biggest bombshell? VH1 is holding on to footage that could flip everything upside down, and until it airs, none of us know where the truth really lies, so now the question is yours. Do you believe Tamar's receipts prove her innocence? Or are Rasheeda's instincts right, that there's way more to this story? Drop your rawest opinions in the comments below, and don't hold back. Smash that like button if this saga had you on edge, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications, because, trust me, the next leak might just break the internet.